Got my little amigos over here from the Marsh home helping us out.
Hey.
That was both a devastating and amazing 2 weeks in Acapulco, responding to Hurricane Otis. I think the crisis is definitely over, and now it's into recovery, and we've already gotten started. Actually, today, as I speak, they are building Macario's house, and Macario was our driver for Acapulco, and we went over and checked his house out. It was made out of just like coconut sticks and stuff like that. So it's pretty amazing that we're able to transition from this feeding and watering, getting water to people that need it from the crisis, into shifting into this other building phase where we're able to actually put roofs on people's houses that don't have roofs. And in this case with Macario, we're rebuilding his whole house. So this is amazing. We're responding to the people who actually work for the Secret Garden are some of the people that will benefit from what we're doing, and the others that are benefiting are employees of Bambuda. So it's us taking care of our people with the help of everybody that donated to the hurricane efforts through Jeff's channel. I think it's HurricaneOtisRecovery.com. So very proud to be a part of this, and please enjoy the video. Look at this. There's old Macario. So this is Macario. He does all of our driving for Acapulco, and this is his house right here. As you can see, this piece here, it blew off, but so did those up there, and they just put them back up and kind of nailed them down. So they're not really stopping the water. They're just some shade. So we're gonna have a look at some of what we got and see what we can do. Looks here like a dirt pile, but it was a house. So this was Macario's son's house right next door to his house. And you had a house before somewhere else, and then you moved out here because what happened? What happened with your other house? You were divorced? Oh, it was your mom's house? Where was that, over in Bonfield, or?
No, about 5 minutes away from here.
Yeah.
We call it La 10 de Abril.
Yeah.
I used to live in there with my mother.
Okay.
Then I buy this piece of land last year, and I built this little house, wood house. Mm-hmm. And you see.
So here's the deal, and so here's the deal. What happens when natural disasters hit in Mexico? The government does go around and they hand out money. Actually, it's like a credit card. Have you seen the credit cards before? What people get when there's a disaster? They get it to pay for the house.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right? Okay. So the government goes around. You fill out paperwork. The government gives you a little card, and that helps to repair the damages. So there's a criteria for getting that. And if your house is not considered a house by the government, then you're not getting anything. So this is that situation. Like his house, no foundation. So that's the main thing, is no foundation. It could be dry stacked bricks with no mortar. That's not a house. So if you don't have, if you're just living by the skin of your teeth and you're just building what you can to live in, government doesn't consider that a house, and they're not going to give any aid whatsoever. So I'm here to look at this because we're looking at putting some funds together to help Macario build a house. Maybe if we can get a foundation and some blocks up, then that can be considered a house, and he could actually just build the small house at least, and then build onto that from there, and at least it would be considered a house. So if something ever else happened, and he would be considered for funding. So here's the bathroom, and this is common. This is pretty much how it's done. here. You know, there's your shower, bucket. You know, use the barrel. Use that. You just dip water out to make your toilet flush. And he's used coconut planks. These are coconut trees, right?
Yeah.
These, yeah. So the coconut planks to build the walls. You do have a foundation, so that's a start. So we have a foundation to start with. If we get some walls up that are concrete block with cement, this could actually be considered a house. And then in the future, if he has any problem, he will be able to get aid. So you have the living area over here. This is the kitchen. Tin roof. Well, you can see what we got going there. Yeah, it's got holes all in it. So what we would do, typically when I built houses before during the earthquake, I didn't put back a concrete roof that was there. I put back the metal roof because I was afraid if another earthquake came, I didn't want concrete falling in on somebody, so I did a metal roof. For that reason and because it was cheaper. So what we would do is build concrete walls around this area and then use a metal rafters and just a metal frame to build a slant roof. And it'll be super easy actually with the way that he's got his foundation poured in as a split level, so we could easily do this. Did you pour this concrete?
Yeah.
You did on the corner on the outside. How deep is your footings? Only that deep?
10 millimeters.
On the edge? On the edge too, or no?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So if his slab is not deep enough, then all we need to do is actually pour some piers every like 10 feet, because you'll have a vertical concrete pier, and then you'll have a block series that goes between it, and it runs about 8 to 10 feet. And so if we just build the piers and then the posts in those areas, we could actually do that without having to spend too much in beefing up underneath of his slab here, because if we did a concrete wall on top of it, we would have to worry about that without adding some additional footing. But still, you know, when I did this in Puebla, I was literally able to build one-room house similar to this, not quite this big, but a little bit smaller, for around $6,000 US. The material prices have increased quite a bit because of Biden's inflation and all, but even that affect construction materials across the board, plus labor's going up a little bit. So I mean, I think we could probably actually build him a house for 10 grand or less. So that's how easy it is to build stuff in Mexico. Macario, he's the driver from Acapulco, takes care of all of our driving needs for the conference, and we're going to try to give back and help him out and get him a solid house.
Appreciate this. You're all my friends on Acapulco.
Awesome. Heading out, there's the Mega, and it is a mega mess. Whoa, they're already putting the glass back in, so it's going to be coming soon. The Chedraui already has all of its glass in. I believe it was going to be open by tomorrow. And there's Walmart right here. Walmart's actually hidden behind other stores, so they should be okay. And I hear that they will be opening in just a few days after. Wow, there's a ton of military in there. Oh my God, they got all their beds and stuff. That was a barracks, basically. I mean, they had a big dining hall, the whole bit. So, yeah, it's all coming back together, and just in time. I am leaving. I've got a couple of jobs that I've got to get going. I stopped off and met with the driver for, basically the lead driver. He's the guy that gets all the other drivers, and keeps everybody moving nice and smooth for Acapulco. And I went out to his house and had a look at that. You know, the wind had ripped his house off. And if you listen to any of the other videos, I talk about how there's certain percentages of a house that a house needs to be complete in order for the government to give them aid to help fix anything from the storm. So dry stacked bricks and no foundation, things like that, are not acceptable and will not get you any aid or whatever. So we're going to help him out and build his house for him, and build it in such a way that if something happens again, he will be able to get help. Wow, just passed about 100 of these trucks. Anyway, coming into the Acapulco Bay, I'm on my way, Pi de la Cuesta. Let's go check on Acapulco Ron. I did not get down here to this part the other day. Wow. You know, I'm almost 2 weeks out here from when the storm happened. I think it's 13 days now since the hurricane. Wow. Well, here's the Chedraui. I don't know. It's pretty mangled. Hopefully they'll get that online, because if the Chedraui over in Bonfil is the only one available, things are going to be pretty fucked up. No glass yet. Coming down into Pi de la Cuesta. This was the first town that we came in contact with. I don't know if you watched the first video of us coming in to the Acapulco area. This was it, Pi de la Cuesta. And I'm sure it's cleaned up a little better now, I hope. Let's go see Ron. Here we are, Trailer Park Campgrounds. I wonder if they'd let me camp. Probably not. Let's find out. This Ron's RV, and he rode through the fucking hurricane. Cat 5, and it's still standing. He's got damage on his car, and he lost a few things up on the roof, but I think that wall right there probably kept the air from getting underneath and blowing that son of a bitch away. Holy fuck. Ron is lucky.
I just want to say one thing. If the news says there's a hurricane coming, get the fuck out of here. Get the hell out of here, because I didn't believe it.
You didn't believe it?
No, I said, I don't know. Newsman just needs to stick his head out the window. He's full of shit.
Oh
Fucking
my
3
God.
hours later, bam! 3 hours later, stuck like Chuck.
My God, right there. He said the water actually came up right up to that wall, to the top of that wall. So it was up in here. And I came, the next day I was out there, and the water was, a foot deep out there.
This was filled up with coconuts and palm trees, all the way up to the top, all the way across.
Wow. Did the water actually come inside from the floor into your RV?
No.
Oh, okay. But you got holes. You got holes in the roof now and all kind of. You should probably stick a coconut in those damn holes.
They're little ones.
Fucking raw.
Ripped off the air conditioner, the top to the air conditioner. I don't know where it's at.
No one does.
TV antenna. It's somewhere in China by now.
Yeah. He had a Starlink, and right now it's probably up in the stars. Wow.
I couldn't get to it. They had a guy out there with the chainsaw.
Well, the power's out, but Ron's got his solar. Ron's a big advocate of solar.
I'm off grid.
He's off grid, so he's got it going down, man. That's awesome. How did your apartment fare down there, the condo?
I don't know. I'm scared to go look. I just sold it too.
It was. Oh, did you get rid of it?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God.
But I haven't got paid yet. That's the part I'm scared.
Oh shit! I think it was. I don't think it was that bad actually. Down all the stuff around it is really fucked up. But your apartment was concrete. Yeah, but it was concrete.
Yeah, but the whole front is all windows.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you lost all your windows and shit for sure. Let's go and see the...
I've been living off MREs. I'm down to my last one.
Ron's down to his last MRE. Wow. So that's gone. There's the solar jam here. So that was really good to know that Ron is okay, doing all right. Left him a little cash to help him out. Somebody else brought him food earlier. He said there's actually food abundant everywhere here. Yeah, see right there, this box. Those boxes are Red Cross boxes. So there's no shortage of food. Anyway, in that first video, we come through this neighborhood here, and we're actually coming through at about 5 a.m. so it was still dark. But the second, we came in and we turned around and we tried to go the back way that goes around Acapulco onto the toll road, and it would just drop us right into Bonfil. So we didn't do that, and then we ended up coming back through here, of course, because that road was blocked. And on the way back through, I mentioned that, oh man, I smell death. And I was like, I don't know if that's animals or people or what. Well, according to Ron, is that where I was talking about I smell death, there was a bunch of bodies floating in the water over there. So, very probable that it was actually people that I was smelling. That's right. I mean, literally right up ahead of here. So, that's on the opposite side of the lagoon. So he's on that peninsula, and the lagoon separates that peninsula from right here. And so we're between, the lagoon is between us and Ron at this point right now. And you have all these houses that are built shoddily, like pallet houses, just like little wood shacks and stuff. Like down in there, you can see that. Ooh, that stinks. Ugh. Anyway, that area over in there, he said there were bodies floating in the lagoon. I don't know how many or what, but that's what he was told. And I don't doubt that that's true. What's going on here? They're handing out something, I guess, giving somebody some sort of aid. Oh, food and water. Holy crap, that's a long line. Red Cross is here. They're doing a lot. Look at that. Alright, I'm going to put the camera away for a while. We're getting out of that damaged area. Jason he left already. And from what Ron told me, Jason's already been through here, so I'm going to shoot him a text and maybe we can meet up and have some dinner or something on our way out of town. Yeah, I'm heading to Phoenix, meeting up with Jonah, like I said. I don't know. Yeah, I've said a lot, so I can't remember it all. Anyway, this has been one hell of an experience. A hell of an experience. I would have expected nothing else.